This bald bad boy hates his family and has a killer karate chop. Hey everyone, it's Jaguar and this is the legendary story of Heihachi Mishima in Tekken. A mainstay since the first game, Heihachi has always been the cruelest rival to his own son, Kazuya Mishima. Kazuya hates his dad because he murdered his mom, while Heihachi hates his son because he has the all-powerful devil gene. Tekken 1 saw Heihachi Mishima ruling high and mighty as the head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. He actually creates the King of the Iron Fist tournament, the Tekken tournament, to recruit the world's best fighters for his personal army, called the Tekken Force. Kazuya also joins the tournament as a chance to usurp his own father and take the Mishima Zaibatsu throne. Kazuya wins Tekken 1 and throws Heihachi off an actual cliff. But Big Daddy takes his revenge in Tekken 2 by doing what? You guessed it, by also throwing Kazuya off a cliff. With Kazuya now dead, Tekken 3 now focuses on Heihachi's relationship with his grandson, Jin Kazama. Heihachi takes Jin under his wing following the death of his mother, Jun Kazama, during a fight against Ancient Ogre. Driven by vengeance, Jin trains hard and becomes one of the fighters for the third tournament, where this so-called ogre will make an appearance as the final boss. In reality, Heihachi is only using Jin to lure the ogre out for his supernatural genetic material. Once Jin's devil powers manifest, the ogre appears in its true form, but loses to the young fighter. Now knowing that Jin has the devil gene, Heihachi tries to murder him. Jin overpowers Heihachi and flies away from the scene. You can check out Tekken Bloodline on Netflix for an animated retelling of this installment. Now in Tekken 4, Heihachi wants even more power and searches for the devil gene, whether it's from Jin or Kazuya. Heihachi catches wind that cutting-edge biotech firm G Corporation has obtained Kazuya's remains. But it won't be an easy catch. Upon raiding the firm with Tekken Force, it turns out Kazuya was revived by G Corp and is now out for blood. After Tekken Force captures Devil Jin, Heihachi lures Kazuya back to Honmaru, a temple within the Mishima compound. The two bicker about what to do when Jin eventually breaks out of his chains and wreaks havoc. On the verge of ending Heihachi's life, Jin stops after seeing a vision of his mother and flies away once again. Technically losing Jin in the final battle, Heihachi is back to square one in Tekken 5. Left for dead by his own son at the temple, Heihachi is overwhelmed by a group of Jack 4s that detonate and try to take his life. Though many believe he is dead, Heihachi survives the ambush and hears that someone else has taken over the Mishima Zaibatsu to create the 5th tournament. Canonically, he actually doesn't make an appearance in Tekken 5, but just for your knowledge, the person who actually took over Mishima Zaibatsu was his dad, Jinpachi Mishima. If you couldn't tell, Tekken loves to revel in daddy issues. We'll talk about him some other time. Talking about daddy issues even more, Heihachi makes a brief appearance in Tekken 6 as part of the canonical scenario campaign. Meeting with rebel leader Lars and killer android Elisa, he soon deduces that Lars is actually his illegitimate son with an unnamed Swedish woman. Heihachi, you such a dog! Angered by the old man's quips, Lars shoots him, but Heihachi manages to stop the bullet with his own teeth. Nothing can kill this man. Moving on, Tekken 7 goes deeper into why Heihachi is such a grumpy old man. It turns out that Heihachi was quite the softie back in the day. In his younger years, he developed a crush on his dojo mate, Kazumi Hachijo. The two would go on to get married and live a life of happiness with their son, Kazuya. But wait, there's more. Kazumi grows ill with a terrible fever and Heihachi does his best to nurse her back to health. One day, she attacks her husband out of nowhere while being sick. Since she had no recollection of the incident, Heihachi shrugs it off and believes it was just her having a split personality. Kazumi soon reveals that she carries the devil gene, and that they got married just so that she could kill Heihachi. Angry and heartbroken, he snaps the neck of Kazumi and sheds one manly tear for his dearest love. Following the murder of his wife, he tests whether or not Kazuya carries the devil gene by, you guessed it, throwing him off a cliff. Despite being a child, Kazuya survives the fall, which leads to the events of the first ever Tekken game. After a cat and mouse sequence that involves orbital lasers and raids, Kazuya finally confronts Heihachi at the mouth of a volcano. The father and son endlessly trade blows, with Kazuya even showcasing the might and power of the devil gene. Despite Heihachi putting up a fight, Kazuya eventually wins with a straight punch to his father's chest. Having finally won the decades-long feud, Kazuya picks up Heihachi and throws him off the cliff in true Tekken fashion, thus ending the story of the original King of the Iron Fist. If you like this video and would like to see more Tekken and gaming stories, please like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below which character I should do next. Jaguar out.